All right, Shalom. Foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakah, Quadash, Rakatham. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the Great Millstone, and to what I can across the globe, pushing the word of truth in the city, want to say Shalom. So I died now from the Great Millstone Camp, Chicago, with another lesson. Today's lesson is what life, man. All right? And here we are in the midst of a reset, a turning point in world history, and you guys are sitting here wanting to be still dependent upon your captives. Okay, how much freedom, how much of a life you really have when you have to submit yourself to a dictator. That's what Esau is. He's a dictator, or cruel oppressor, or cruel ruler. Be subjected to him and to his wickedness and his unfairness, his injustice. It's not a life to be dependent on Esau's SNAP, EBT benefits, his Section 8, his unemployment, things of that nature, man. And this is not a life, man. All right? And we're going to get to a couple of precepts, and we're willing this lesson is edifying. This is Sirach, the 40th chapter, the 29th verse. The life of him that dependeth on another, Salakia. The life of him that dependeth on another, Salakia again. The life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for a life, for he polluteth himself with other men's meat. But a wise man, well nurtured, will beware thereof. Okay? And we use this scripture, basically depending on other brothers and depending on other people instead of getting up and doing something for yourself. But in all actuality, we're in captivity, and we're always going to be dependent upon the crumbs that fell. Man, let's get that real quick. Crumbs for the master's table, man. Luke. Luke 16:20, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores. All right, and Lazarus is a representation of Israel, man. Okay, and it's symbolic, going back to the Sirach, the 40th chapter, because when you read up, it says, "My son, lead not a beggar's life, for better it is to die than to beg." Okay, but here we are in Esau society, and we're in want, man. There's food pantries and soup kitchens and things of that nature to have Jake feel some type of relief for not having enough. So therefore, Esau put these things in places by using a church. He may use AMVETS or these different type of non-profit organizations to distribute food and jackets and things of that nature for the poor. All right, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, dogs came and licked the sores. All right, so our people are desiring to be fed with just the crumbs, man. Okay, if you work at a job, and no matter what your pay is, just know they're making 10 times more than that off of your labor, man. Okay, but yet we're fighting for these pennies. All right, we're fighting for a spot on a sinking ship, man. All right, but that's not counting for our life, man. All right, depending on somebody to hire you. All right, you got Jake who got jobs who don't provide insurance, but yet they need the money, so they go and they work, man. You know, all because um, the bills are not gonna stop from coming in. You know, rent got to get paid, food's got to get put on the table. All right, things have to be needs have to be met. The only way they're gonna get met is that you go to Esau for his dainties, man. Sirach 40:29 is the life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for a life, man. You know, and that's very true, man. You know, imagine, and I've gone through this. I know a brother has gone through this. You know, you depending on somebody to take you to work, right? But yet you gotta, you know, you hoping and praying that the brother doesn't forget that he's actually gonna come and not call you at the last minute and say that he can't come. It's uncertainty, man. All right, this is not to be a life, man, to where everything you do is uncertain, man. You know, depending on uh, 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 Esau's checking system and his computers and stuff. All right, to make sure that you get paid, because Jake will work a job. All right, 2 weeks or whatever, then come payday, their check will be short, and they haven't missed not one day, man. See, but in all actuality, you're supposed to get paid every day. At the end of the day, man, your wages. So the life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for a life. For he polluteth himself with other men's meat, man. You know, and we are being polluted with Esau's meats, man. All right, because the crumbs that he's feeding us, we're satisfied with those, man. All right, the $12 an hour, the $13 an hour, working 15, 12, 13 hours a day, slinging mattresses and boxes, man, as a temp. You know, everybody else around you making 19, 20 bucks an hour. All right, you're doing the same job, and because you're a temp, you're gonna be doing their job too. Man, this place is just madness, man. This is it says Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee, man. And it's just modern day slavery, man. These jobs that we have is modern day slavery, man. Without the yoke of iron. But guess what they use, man? All right, they hang your job security over your head. God forbid you get sick for any period of time. All right, or your kids get sick and you know they need you to be at home. You know, and it just goes to show you that we're still in the land of our captivity, man. We're not free. This is not a life to be dependent on our enemies, all right, to feed us, to clothe us, all right, to give us jobs, to approve our Social Security applications, to approve um, our disabilities and our unemployment applications, man. All right. A lot of people during the last lockdown, man, they didn't get any unemployment, man, nor stimuluses, or the other things, man. Why? Because some of us had child support debts. All right, some of us were not considered essential. All right, so hey, we're dependent on Esau, man, for every damn thing that we do. It says what's another? What's this? It's I'm gonna use that one last. Ezekiel 29:6, and all the inhabitants of Egypt shall know that I am the Lord, because they have been a staff of reed to the house of Israel, man. And what's a staff, man? A staff is a support system. It's a support instrument, like a crutch, all right? And that's what Esau has been, man. Esau, our people have been so dependent on them, they count this as a life, man. Here you work motherfucking 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, all right? You get a couple of weeks, 40 hours of vacation time. You still got to put in for it and hope nobody gets the days that you want, man. You still have to go to Esau to get approval on anything that you do, man. If he says you can't do it, guess what? It's not going to get done, man. So when they took hold of thee by the hand, thou didst break and rend all their shoulder. When they leaned upon thee, thou breakest and madest all their loins to be at stand. All right? And I can also be talking about the chip. Because when all this is said and done, our people are going to be so in a dire strait that they're going to go to Esau for this help. But the help is going to be the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. All right? And it's going to make you a perpetual slave, man. All right? So you depending on Esau for comfort, for rest, and for a righteous dealing, you're not going to get it, man. Just like, somebody's depending on you, like say I use the example of getting a ride, right? Well, if somebody's depending on you, you can basically come whenever time you want, man. Because what else is that person in that situation going to do? If you have no money for no bus card, the buses may not even run where you're at. So the person who knows that you're dependent on them, he could treat you any kind of way because you have no other options, man. All right? And here in captivity, there are no options, man, but one. That's Yahweh Shemi Awashai, man. Trusting in this broken reed, man. Ended on this. Just had it, man. Isaiah 10:20 said, "This will come to pass." Let's get the whole one. Isaiah 10:20, and it shall come to pass in that day, the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth, man. All right, and that's why when you read that Sirach, the 40th chapter, it says, I'm going to read it again, the life of him that dependeth on another man's table is not to be counted for a life, for he polluteth himself with other men's meat. But a wise man, well nurtured, will be aware thereof, man. We are well nurtured, man. The men of the Lord are starving. They're not in want or need, so to speak. Although we got to go to supermarkets and go to their clothes, but we understand the situation that we're in, all right? And we're aware of the circumstances that we're in, man. When you read this, it says, come on, man. It says, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth, man. All right, so we're going to be staying upon the Lord, man. And what more time than now? With these, the Crown Royal shots coming in, man. All right. The disruption and the removal of individuals from homes into internment camps, re-education camps, man. So what life is this, man? When you gotta depend on this man for everything, man. But the men of the Lord, hey, we're dependent on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So with that, I want to say, call halal, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, great millstone. Until next time, shalom.